Recent years have seen a renationalisation of politics throughout Europe, and in some member states, the adoption of policies that directly contradict or retreat from commonly accepted European laws and values. But how prevalent is this backsliding? What kind of threat does it pose to the EU, and does it constitute a crisis in itself? We identified a number of indicators that reflect on good governance and the fundamental principles of European Union membership: the rule of law, corruption control, as well as gender, disability, and ethnicity-based inequalities. We then used this index to explore the nature and prevalence of backsliding among EU member states. The evidence is disheartening. Many member states are backsliding on their commitments, with Hungary and Poland being particularly prominent. However, they are far from being alone, and the problem is not reserved to new member states from Central and Eastern Europe. But how has the EU been dealing with backsliding, knowing that enforcing the EU rulebook could play into the hands of nationalist politics and further fan the flames of disintegration? In late 2017, the European Commission did initiate direct proceedings against Poland, but our research suggests that it is questionable whether such action would discourage other member states from backsliding themselves. It is also questionable whether member states will ever unanimously agree on suspending one state's EU membership. Overall, we found that backsliding represents in itself a distinct transboundary crisis for the European Union. It points to a growing tendency among some member states to willfully ignore EU laws, or even to challenge them openly. In doing so, they threaten the very fabric of the Union itself. By being unable to deal with this problem effectively, the European Union faces an important juncture if it is to prevent further backsliding on commitments to democratic values. To find out more about this research paper or to hear a summary of our conclusions, click on a link.